Hey there, and welcome to 10 TV Plus. I'm Dylan Robichaud alongside Jay Plyburn. And Jay,
Good Friday Eve.
Exactly. It's going to be a great weekend, too. We have that lunar eclipse tonight going into tomorrow morning. Should be wonderful to get out there late tonight and look at it.
We're going to try to get a time lapse. So
we are. We're going to attempt.
Have that for you tomorrow.
Yeah, there's a lot of space in outer space, and so we got to point the camera to the precise direction.
Make sure we're seeing it. But that's going to peak between 2:30 and 3:30 tomorrow morning.
Yeah, exactly.
Blood moon.
Yep. The partial eclipse begins very early, about 1:09 this morning.
Mm-hmm. That's actually before I get up.
That's before I get up, too. So let's get a look here at the time lapse of that, and you'll notice that. Hey, when is the best time to set my alarm and get out there tonight and look at it? I would say between 2:30 and 3:30 in the morning. If you wait until 4:47, that's when the eclipse is going to come to an end. But the best time right here when we have that maximum eclipse right about 2:26 in the morning. The moon is going to turn this blood red orange. Should be awesome to get out there. Tonight at 3 o'clock, the question is, will there be cloud cover? I don't think so. I think that, knock on wood, right? Things are actually in pretty good shape for tonight, looking pretty clear. A few clouds, though, as we work our way further down to the south. So just kind of be on the outlook for that. Your sunrise today came up at 7:47, sunset tonight, 7:36 p.m. Day length now, we're knocking on the door of 12 hours. So we're definitely gaining a lot of daylight as we are getting closer and closer to spring. Now, we are looking at record warmth for today and tomorrow. Today, not quite a record. Tomorrow, I think we are looking at a record, as we're going to be looking at highs approaching 80 degrees, 80 tomorrow. You better believe it. Take a look at these temperatures here. By the way, where should we be? Where should we be for this time of the year? 49 degrees. That's the average high. And then take a look at that Sunday going into Monday. Temperatures take a big old tumble as we get some colder air working back into the region. 10 weather impact, though. Saturday afternoon going into Saturday night. It is a warm day, but that warmth, that humidity, that is the fuel that these storms need to become strong and severe. Sunday, we are tracking a dreary day, but I don't think that we're going to have as much in the way of severe weather on your Sunday. Let's talk about your Saturday, though. We are talking about the timing being after 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The modes of severe weather, we got your wind, we got your rain, we even have the possibility of some small hail. Although unlikely, it is possible that we could see a few weak tornadoes. I don't think that will be a major threat here in Ohio, but for some areas it could be. So stay connected this weekend. Make sure to have a way to get weather alerts as things evolve and change. As we head up to the north right here, this is a level 2 out of 5 risk for severe weather. So we're in that scattered zone. Extreme, though, is at level 5. Don't worry, though. We're not worried about that this go around. But areas here in the yellow, definitely be prepared for that. As we walk you through your timing, 5 o'clock here on your Saturday. Again, nothing to worry about early in the day. But as we head towards Saturday, heading into about 4 o'clock, from St. Mary's, I-75 down to Dayton, down towards Cincinnati, we're tracking these line of showers moving up to the north. And watch it here as these overspread the region. By 5 p.m., these darker yellows on the map, the oranges, that is where some of those stronger cells could be heading into tomorrow evening. So initially, early in the evening, we're talking that threat of severe weather. Then as we head later on in the evening, I want to point something else out. These bands of rain keep on moving on through. To me, that spells out flooding threat, okay? Flooded roadways, definitely a possibility, especially right here, 9 o'clock, from Bucyrus down to the south. Take a look at that, the darker yellows, even some oranges on the map. Rainfall rates will be exceptionally high. Could be looking at the threat of flooding and ponding on the roadways. Got to be careful with that. And the reason why is because take a look at this right here. We have what we call an atmospheric river. This is upper level moisture. Take a look at how much moisture there will be coming in from the Gulf. And whenever you see that, that means that you're looking at this narrow band of dense moisture up high in the atmosphere that is going to dump on us here as we head into the weekend. Looking at rainfall town by town, here's I-71. Generally speaking, north and west of 71, we're going to be looking at some higher totals. But then take a look right here, that purple from basically Newark down to Circleville, down to Washington Courthouse. We're looking at 1 to maybe 2 inches of rainfall here for the day tomorrow. Now, flooding threat is going to be highest southwest. Once you get south and west of Washington Courthouse, that is where they have a level 2 out of 4. Slight flooding potential on Saturday. Everybody else looking at a marginal flood potential. Remember, it only takes 6 inches of moving water to move you, to sweep somebody off your feet, and then only 12 inches to move a vehicle. So moving water, be careful. Don't drive through it because you never know how deep it is. The other piece of the weather puzzle, the wind. Now, the wind on Saturday morning, 9 o'clock, not too shabby, but it gets a lot more intense as we head into the afternoon. 10:30, again, picking up by 11:30, 12 o'clock. Now we're looking at winds 41 up there in Kenton, and then 25 there in Caldwell. Not quite as strong for you, but then take a look at this by 2 o'clock. Some of these storms could be showing winds up and over 40 miles per hour through the day on Saturday, so be prepared for that. The 7-day forecast shows that as we get a look here at Saturday, of course, we have that 10 weather impact alert up to 75 degrees, dropping on down to the 50s here by Monday, going into Tuesday and Wednesday, back up to around 70 degrees, as we will be tracking the threat of some more wet weather by the middle of next week. It is warm up until that point, and then we drop on down to the 50s by Monday, warming up a little bit by Tuesday, tracking the threat of more rain heading into Wednesday of next week. Quite a bit of active weather on the horizon as we head into the next several days.
So what you're saying is nice, maybe not so nice, decent, nice. It's kind of an interesting back and forth here. I'm here for the 70s, though.
I think one of the most miraculous things, like I said, the average high 49, we're going to be way above that.
Could break a record in the next couple days.
40. Yeah, tomorrow, if we make it past 78, that would be a record.
78 is the record? When was that?
Early 1900s.
So it's been a while.
Yeah, I got to double check and confirm, but yeah, it'd be a big record.
Okay, it's going to be warm regardless, so enjoy it.
Yep, we'll keep you posted on when or if we get to that record.
Excellent.
But right now it is, of course, time to move on, and we are getting a look here at weather trivia today. And so here's a look at my trivia question for you. Severe thunderstorm warnings are issued when winds exceed blank miles per hour. 58 miles per hour, 30 miles per hour, 25 miles per hour, or 75 miles per hour.
Severe thunderstorm warnings are issued when winds exceed 30 miles per hour.
30 miles per hour.
B.
All right, let's see whether or not you are right or wrong. And it is 58.
What a random number, 58?
Well, you have architects and you have engineers that actually, we don't wave a magic wand and decide that it's going to be 58 miles per hour. This is based on science. So scientists look at
30
structures.
divisible by 10, it's just a beautiful
You have
58.
structural engineers that look at the wind, and once you hit that threshold of 58, that's where your chance of damage to property goes up exponentially.
57, not as much of a concern.
Yeah, well, it depends on how strong your structure is.
I guess so.
You know, if you live in a trailer, it might be a bit lower, but...
Sure.
But anyways,
58. Okay.
Yep, let's go ahead and move on right now and take a look at the criteria. So again, severe thunderstorm warnings, okay? So as a base level, in order to have a severe thunderstorm warning, you need two things. You need winds at or above 58 miles per hour. You need at least 1-inch diameter hail. So that would be the area around. Now, much bigger severe thunderstorm warning would be if you have winds up to 70 miles per hour. A lot of times if you get those Boeing segments where you get a squall line, you can get winds up to 70 and you can get golf ball size hail. By the way, in order to have golf ball size hail, it needs to be 1 and 3-inch diameter hail. A destructive severe thunderstorm, we're looking at winds up to 80 miles per hour. You're looking at baseball size hail. And baseball size hail is about 2 and 3-inch diameter or larger. And that's literally the size of the baseball, hence why we call it that. But this is typically the status quo. Once you get up to 58 miles per hour and you have that 1-inch quarter hail, that is where we start seeing more severe weather. So it's important to start talking about this because as we head into this weekend, we could, of course, be dealing with severe weather. So we want to educate the public and make sure that folks have a way to get those watches and warnings out.
58, really?
58. The only thing is that if you don't have winds up to 58 or 1-inch diameter hail, but there is sign of a rotation, like a possible tornado, they'll issue it then.
Well, sure.
Yeah,
there's something else going on there.
right.
Oh, it's interesting to see the hail on there, too. Hopefully we're not dealing with any of that.
We
this
might
weekend.
be. We might be. I hope not. But
Weather impact day coming on Saturday, in the latter part of Saturday, right?
Saturday evening, starting at 4 o'clock. We want you to be ready for that and just have a way to get updates and alerts as things kind of evolve and unfold.
Well, it's always a good reminder, especially this time of year. Have that safe place in mind. Know where you're going to go if all of a sudden there is a tornado warning, watch. Which one's the lesser of the two? I always have to.
A tornado warning is the more severe.
Tornado warning is more severe.
So think about it like a tornado watch would be like
You're still watching for
the
'em.
ingredients are out there, but things haven't really come together. A tornado warning is, hey, this is actually unfolding. These ingredients are all coming together.
Get to your spot.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, that will do it for us here on 10 TV Plus for Dylan and Jay. So long. We'll see you tonight here. Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz will have an update at 6 p.m.
Toodaloo.